If you're looking for some awesome movies or TV shows starring Sydney Sweeney, you just click on the right video. Get ready to dive into these amazing ones that showcase unique connections.
We're excited to share this ranking with you and would love to hear your favorites in the comments.
Don't forget to subscribe, so you never miss out on discovering great movies and TV shows again.
Number 1.
Stolen from Suburbia.
Director, Alex Wright.
A single mother from the suburbs searches for her kidnapped daughter before human traffickers sell her on the international market. Catherine Hudson is a widow living a safe suburban life in California with her teenage daughter Emma when Emma sneaks out of the house to go on a date. She is drugged, kidnapped and forced into the underground trafficking business. The police assume that Emma is a runaway, forcing Catherine to take matters into her own hands before Emma is sold on the international market.
Number 2. Vikes. Director, Tenny Fairchild.
Thorvald's a typical high school kid finding his way, and he's pretty impressed with his classmate Ida, who seems to have already found hers, taking a cue from Ida's energetic campaign to ban a competing school's football team, the Redskins, until they change their oppressive. Thorvald initiates an effort to change their own school's mascot, the Viking, to something less offensive to Scandinavians, and he enlists the assistance of an elusive community organizer, Ida, against the resistance of his parents, his classmates, and pretty much everyone else in town. It's a bumpy path. Thorvald and Ida grow close, trying to sort it all out.
Number 3. Clementine. Director, Laura Gallagher.
Reeling from a one-sided breakup, heartbroken and headed to her ex's lake house, there he begins a complicated relationship with a provocative young woman. Karen is a woman who is heartbroken. In order to drown her old sorrows, she goes to her ex's lake house and relives memories that were still present in her life. In the meantime, Karen falls in love with a young woman younger than her. This meeting helps her overcome some of her anguish, but now she will have to deal with new forms of love and face a new worldview that the young woman proposes to her.
Number 4. Euphoria. Director, Sam Levinson.
This story, which is framed within the drama genre, follows a group of teenage high school students, who, immersed in the fateful world of drugs and violence, try to fight against these monsters to face a new future. Rue is a 17-year-old teenager who has recently left rehab, but with no intention of staying sober, deciding to go to a party for her classmates. She will meet Jules there, a girl who has recently arrived in the city and who will change her life plans.
Number 5. Nocturne. Director, Zoo Quirk. An incredibly gifted pianist makes a Faustian bargain to overtake her older sister at a prestigious institution for classical musicians. Juliet is a gifted classical pianist, but at the prestigious music school where she studies, she is just as much in the shadow of her equally talented but far more extroverted sister Vivian as she has been in her entire life up to that point. Then Moira, a fellow student of Juliet and Vivian, takes her own life and Juliet steals Moira's notebook, which is full of brilliant music theories and mysterious symbols. Number 6. Downfalls High. Director, Colson Baker. Phoenix James is a senior at Downfalls High School, considered a social outcast, when he gets noticed by popular girl Scarlett. The two form a romance that has its ups and downs. One day Scarlett buys Phoenix an electric guitar as a gift. After giving it to him, that night, she gets into a fatal car crash. Phoenix decides to form a band with his best friend Jimmy in tribute to Scarlett, called the Pink Switchblade, appropriately named after the item she'd always carry on her. When Jimmy uploads one of their demo songs to the internet, they go viral and become a successful band. Number 7. The Voyeurs. Director, Michael Mohan.
In The Voyeurs, Pippa and her boyfriend Thomas have just moved into a beautiful apartment with great views of downtown Montreal and a residence across the street. What starts as an innocent curiosity soon turns into a total obsession when they begin to follow more and more the glamorous and sexy life of the couple who lives there. After witnessing their neighbor Ben cheating on his faithful partner Julia, Pippa and Thomas disagree on whether they have a responsibility to act or simply mind their own business and stop watching them.
Number 8. Reality.
Director, Tina Satter. 25-year-old reality winner, works for the U.S. Foreign Intelligence Service (NSA), until her world suddenly turns upside down in June 2017. When she returns home, FBI agents Garrick and Taylor are already waiting for her. She quickly realizes that the government employees are not necessarily looking for a nice chat, because she knows what she has done. She has leaked previously secret information about Russian influence on the 2016 presidential election to the media and now has to expect reprisals from the government.
Number 9. Anyone But You. Director, Will Gluck.
Follows B and Ben, two young people who arrange a date after bumping into each other in the hallways of the college where they study. In an almost perfect night, the young couple has everything to stay in touch. Chemistry, good conversation and an incredible desire for each other. However, the first meeting is nothing more than that, and their relationship cools down until they stop talking to each other. Years after graduation, the two coincidentally end up being invited to the same wedding in Australia. Away from home and problems, the two end up making a deal, pretending to be a couple for everyone until the marriage ends.
Number 10. Immaculate. Director, Michael Moe. An American nun embarks on a new journey when she joins a remote convent in the Italian countryside. Cecilia has devoted her young life entirely to her faith. She feels called to serve God as a nun in a monastery, so she packs up everything in her American homeland to move to Italy and join a convent there as a novice. There she is welcomed with open arms by the other nuns, and the priest Tedeschi also welcomes the newcomer. But things are not quite so carefree for Cecilia, because it seems that the order is keeping a dark secret. And how can it be that Cecilia is suddenly pregnant despite her God-fearing chastity?